So amazing how you came and shed your light on cloudy days, and you remain the same, and I'm glad that you came down, 'cause I'm saved. So amazing how you came and shed your light on cloudy days, and you remain the same, and I'm glad that you came down, 'cause I'm saved.
Well, hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Our Journey Alive. It has been a remarkable few weeks being on the air since our premiere June 19th, and we want to thank everyone that has been chiming in on Facebook or on Instagram, where we've been posting and posing questions. We also want to thank everyone that's been going to our website on Spreaker, which is spreaker.com/show/our-journey-alive-OJA to follow up on any of our previous episodes. As well, you can go to ktorradio.com to catch us. But again, I am joined here today for another fabulous show by my girls, LaDonna and Carolyn. Ladies, how are you all doing?
Doing good.
I'm doing great.
How have you been handling this heat in the great state of Texas?
Whew. It's bad when you got to walk the dog. You got if you're going from your house to the car, you're good. But walking the dog,
Something else.
We were actually at a concert last night, and one of the cousins that was with us ended up passing out, smooth out on the lawn at the concert.
Yeah, that happens a lot at these concerts. People.
Yeah, we ended up.
So they didn't have like no little spraying things, the water, those mist. Sometimes those types of places have those little mist machines.
Yeah, they took her back to the medical part of the.
Wow.
I guess the infirmary. Yeah, it was bad. The heat was horrible, but.
Yeah,
So
I know. I was at a birthday party.
It's another reflection for people to please stay hydrated. If you're in these states that are experiencing heat, don't think, oh, well, it's dry heat. It's not the same. It doesn't matter. Heat is heat. And so make sure you stay hydrated by all
with only water.
Water, right, right. Water is great. Everybody, you heard Carolyn said only water. That is the best thing for your body. Also on another note, I wanted to make sure that listeners knew that the little intro clip that you hear before our show comes on is a song by another one of the cast members from Our Journey Alive, Siobhan Nate, and the song is titled So Amazing. It's available on iTunes. It's a great testimony to feeling amazed that God is here, that God has brought you out and saved you from yourself or your circumstance or your situation. And so, again, I just want to get a kudos out to her.
Yeah, congratulations, Siobhan.
Yes, and I think she's having I want to say she would be due this summer. I'm not sure. I need to check in. We need to check in with her anyway. And Miss Carolyn, you just celebrated a birthday, am I right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I already told you we have to go out. Yes.
Oh, my God. You know what? Like, the whole month had been, like, just jacked up, but my actual birthday was very enlightening. Like, I learned a lot of stuff about myself and what I need to work on.
Oh, that's
like,
good.
It was just, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to work on.
Well, that's good, though, the fact that you can, because you can't deal with something that you don't recognize or don't resolve for yourself that this is what I need to do to take my life next level. And sometimes having a birthday can really put things in perspective for you, making it to another year.
That was one of those birthdays. It was very, very, very.
Well, that's good. Well, we're glad you got to celebrate another birthday. And again, me and Lana are glad that we didn't have to put out an APB out on you the other day because
honey.
Hey, we really thought about it.
Why I was unable to get in touch with yeah. Well, at least y'all know is like if y'all can get in touch with me, like this dude's so serious.
Right.
I need to give y'all a family member's number or something.
That's what you need to do. That's exactly what you need to do.
Emergency call.
That's exactly what you need to do. Well, let me go ahead and let's jump right into this topic that we're going to do here. Today, I wanted to kind of go through a few answers that we got to some questions that were posed on Facebook and Instagram. And so, again, if you follow us, you can go to Our Journey Alive. And if you put in at Our Journey Alive, you'll find us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And so we posed some questions about relationships and dating, and there were several that kind of got our attention because of a lot of the feedback that they had. So the first one was, when do you share your past to someone you're dating? And this really came up primarily because, again, most of the people that we deal with have had some traumatic past. However, even if you didn't experience domestic violence or sexual abuse, some people have had some things in their past, whether it's past hurts or other relationships or things, period, that you may feel compelled to share with someone that you're getting to know or might want to take it to the next level. So we posed the question on Facebook, when do you share your past? And, again, we did get quite a few comments from people that had something to say on that. So before I get to those comments, though, but how do you all feel about sharing your past, and when do you think it's right to share your past with someone?
I would share in the beginning. Boom. In the beginning.
In the beginning. I've always said just, I haven't always said, just in relationships in general, just from the beginning, just kind of see where it goes, and it might be 3 or 4 dates later, just in general conversation about,
Right. Well,
about your life.
Right.
So, because they don't show their real selves in the beginning. So I'm just going to let them know what I am in the beginning, and we won't even have no problem because we've already discussed it. You feel me? This is me. This is, And,
You're right.
Yeah.
Are there certain things that you tease out that you prefer to share?
No, because we're in Waco, and somebody, she lied. So, I need to go ahead and tell the truth. You take it or leave it. That's what it does at that time.
I agree with that. I know that in the past, and again, this was because of the relationships I was in, you tell them the truth. You give, you enlighten them about your past, and then they use it against you.
Yeah.
And it's like you just sometimes when you get into another relationship, you just rather keep it to yourself because you don't want them to come back and then use it against you. And so I agree with getting it out there, but it's just
you got your own timing when you want to do it.
Well, here's some comments from some of our people that wanted to chime in on that. So Lori said, once you feel comfortable enough to share or when information has to be revealed because everything is not necessary to share. Cecilia said it depends on the person and the situation. Angel, she said something like you have children or you're married, but separated, I feel should be set up front. Health issues or more personable issues maybe down the line once you determine where the relationship is going. Renita said a little bit along the way, and then Karen chimed in and said after quite a few dates, then do it together. He has a past too, in phases, not all at one time.
I think that's what I was meaning. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't chime in because I wanted to see how people were. This is all opinion oriented. I got to get that disclaimer out there first. So me personally, I will not tell everything all at once, and I won't tell everything up front, and I won't tell everything, period. Now, this is the reason I say that, because once you have the meaning of what dating is, and this is another question that we talked about before. So if you're now, and I ain't being funny, but there's a stereotype. There's a thing called white dating and black dating, and I think we talked about this in a previous episode, Carolyn, but LaDonna wasn't on the show. So white dating, this is a stereotype. This is all it is. However, when we say we white dating, that means that I may be talking to Jeff and Tim and David because I'm trying to figure out who I want to potentially be more exclusive with. So I'm single. Right. They're single. Dating, you're just friends. You're getting to know if this is someone that you want to actually be serious with. So right. I'm not necessarily going to tell everything about me to someone I'm dating if I'm not exclusive because it's not relevant nor important long-term every single part of me. You know, I agree with Angel when she said, you know, things like I'm married or I'm divorced or I had 4 kids. Those are obvious, I think, basic questions you're going to ask or answer up front. Now, if I do black dating, black dating is, and this is a stereotype, but normally if you black date and you say we dating, they feel we kicking it, it's me and you. They going to feel some type of way if you dating Tyrone and Jacob and everybody else because now we dating, it's just us. So that's why it's so important when you start even giving yourself to a person in communication more than just a hi bye, that is clear what you're doing. That is clear that listen, we're both single. I'm talking to other people, or okay, me and you are just going to date. Like it has to be clear where you stand. That's where communication is clear, so nobody's expectations are let down. But I will never tell everything of my life. 1, because I probably don't remember all of it. And 2, because most of my past is my past. Now, some things are going to be out there because all 3 of us collectively have put our most tragic moments out there anyway for the public, not just the person we're dating. But am I going to go over the list of everybody that I've been with? No. Am I going to tell him all of my boyfriends? No. Every single relationship I've been in? No, because it's not relevant. And nor do I want to know everybody he's been with. Because, again, I'm 40. I'm almost 40. I don't need to hear about the last 20 years of his booze.
You say you're almost 40.
I'm almost 40. Yeah.
Wow.
That's me personally. I don't care to know about every single person he's dealt with and all the way back to high school.
No, I don't want to know that either.
I don't even want to know the count. Because I'm not going to tell you my count.
Ladies, y'all still have me stuck on the black dating and white dating. Now I'm still way back here. I missed out on that conversation. So now I'm trying to figure out what Asian and Spanish Mexican dating would be.
I can't tell you that. All I can tell you
I'm gonna tell you, Mexican dating is serious. Like they serious. You dating a Mexican, it's serious. Yeah,
that's probably in line with black dating, man. But like I said, it's something that we make light of it because again, it's just something we think that's a funny stereotype. But for me personally, I do agree with there's certain things you level out at certain times, and here's a good way to really kind of gauge that. So I was doing some scrolling through, and I came across a gentleman that I noticed he did a lot of Facebook videos about relationships. His name is Derek Jackson, and that's Jaxn. And so he does a lot of little videos on dating and stuff like that. Yeah. And he did several of them, but he did one that really intrigued me, that he created a game to basically do when you're first meeting someone so you can get to know them, which I thought was like,
my God.
He was like, you can turn that one date into like 2-3 days of conversation, but what it does is it allows you to also kind of get to know them before you get too deep. So the game is called Mentally Stimulate Me, and it's something you can play with one person, couples, however you want to do it, and it's on our Facebook page. So again, if anybody wants to go and check the game out, go to our Facebook page at Our Journey Alive, and we shared the link to his game, Mentally Stimulate Me, And it's an official card game, but it's perfect for date nights because it asks several different questions where you can get somebody's opinion or insight into how they feel about certain things, whether it's marriage or having children, or how they feel about discipline, how they feel about work ethic. So it's pretty neat of a game to where I wanted to order the game, and maybe we can set up like a game night to where we can go through the game ourselves and try to answer some of these questions. But it's really good discussion on how you can build consensus to whether or not this is someone you want to, tell some of your most intimate details with as well. But again, I just think with dating and when to tell your past, a lot of it depends on the relationship you've built up with that person. If you trust them, something like what LaDonna alluded to, do you trust that person enough to kind of let them in and feel that they won't utilize that information, I hate to say against you, but, in a negative way. And then they had someone here about bring it up early, just like Carolyn said, like certain things, you need to let them know ahead of time kind of what they're dealing with so you don't set them up. Because, again, you may have triggers, which that was another thing they pointed. This is a Huffington Post article that will also be shared on our page. And
that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, be specific about your triggers so that, again, you don't have to feel like you're going to push yourself away from this person because they're doing things you're not comfortable with, but you didn't tell them you're not comfortable with it.
Exactly.
Like you with intimacy and hugging and being affectionate in public. Like those are things you would need to tell somebody up front because some guys would think that you want them to be affectionate. And you'd be like, no, you got to give me time. Let me ease into it.
Okay.
And so by you saying that up front, that helps you to set up a good experience with dating instead of feeling some type of way. Another thing they say on here about telling a partner about what you've been through, it helps to validate your feelings. It allows you to acknowledge how you feel about the need for conversation and to acknowledge about certain things that really affected you. So, again, they don't bring up certain issues or bring you by certain places, or they're more aware of how they interact and deal with you, even in conversation, because they know what you've been through. Another item, it says, tell them what you need to tell them. So that, again, allows you to have control. That's another way for you to kind of get back control of your experience because now you're in control of what they know and at what speed you relay certain details to them. And then this goes back to our second show, Carolyn, heed the red flags. Talking to your partner about your history of abuse is a great litmus test. Yeah. Because you can really see if they get it.
Questions I'm going to ask. Like, what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And you can see if
some people you can just get a feel for or a feed off of. You talk to them long enough.
Right. Because if they then sense like a piece of judgment or if they try to downplay it or say, well, you should be over that by now. Like, I get that a lot. Well, I'm not that last person, so you are not. No, that's not how you need to come at me with that. That's not.
Right. A couple of users try to slide their way in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already know you're abusing. One even gave me a hug. Girl was at Lafayette said he just came out the blue, was like, happy birthday, girl. This was a couple of years back. And then I get home good and find out that he had just abused his wife. Wrecked the car and then tried to put it on her that she was driving.
Oh, boy.
Crazy stuff.
Right. One of the last points that this article made that I think was great was it said to be kind to yourself in this process. When you've been sexually abused, you're sent the message that your body and its needs aren't important. And, of course, it can be painful and frustrating to recognize that abuse has lasting impact, but it's also important to realize that you need to be kind and generous to your own self by not pressuring yourself to do things you aren't ready for and to treat yourself and your body with love and patience. And I think when you're dating or finding the person that you want to be more exclusively intertwined with getting to know if this is going to be a serious relationship, being able to feel comfortable staying in your own space or not being pressured to do anything before you're ready is vitally important. Because there is no timeline, there is no,
right,
manual that says, within 2 weeks y'all need to be doing this and you should have done this, and him saying, well, we've been dealing now for a month, shouldn't we be? No, there's no timeline. It has to be a mutual agreement on kind of where the relationship is organically going and what's going to come out of it. But communication, regardless, is key.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what I wanted to do, those were just a few things. So, and people please know that, again, you can go to our website. We'll be posting this article from the Huffington Post about when to tell your partner that you've been abused. And then we've already shared the link for Derek Jackson and his great game. And we're going to get that game, and we're going to actually play that game. We're going to be able to show you all how things like that can help stimulate conversation and for you to get to know someone next level. But I also wanted to make sure that at the end of every show, we leave you all with some resources, some potential resources for whatever you may be going through, or, again, if you're looking to reach out. So this week I wanted to just leave you a little bit of information about an organization that I know pretty intimately. It's called SAFE, the SAFE Alliance. And basically it's out of Austin, Texas. They service Central Texas, and it is a place or campus that provides housing, healing, and support for individuals and families affected by domestic violence and sexual abuse and exploitation. They also do prevention and intervention services as well. And if you're needing assistance, if you're needing help with safety planning, or, again, if you're in a situation and you're looking to hashtag Get Loud, Get Out, this is a great organization to contact, or go to their website, safeaustin.org, and that's SAFEAUSTIN.org. It's a great opportunity. You can also call 24/7, and that number is 512-267-SAFE. That number again, 512-267-7233. So again, even if you're not in that immediate area, if you're just needing assistance, you can still call that number and they can give you additional resources as well. But this is a great organization that is dedicated to helping women and men and children that have been victims of domestic violence, sexual abuse, or exploitation. Again, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Our Journey Alive. And please reach out, listen to our show, like it, and share it all over the place. If you have any show ideas or any topics, or if you have services or products yourself that you would like us to talk about on the show, please reach out to us via email at ourjourneyalive@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and you all have a fabulous day. And remember to get loud, get out, because real love doesn't hurt.
So amazing how you came and shed your light on cloudy days, and you remain the same, and I'm glad that you came down, 'cause I'm saved. So amazing how you came and shed your light on cloudy days, and you remain the same, and I'm glad that you came down, 'cause I'm saved.